It's Boxing Day 2021 and I've got a box. It's a wooden box. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Hi there YouTubers, welcome to another restoration video from Sort 6233, the Society for the Restoration of Trains. I hope that everyone's had a very good Christmas and I'm looking forward to a nice 2022, and I'm hoping to get a lot more restoration videos done. So if you like model train restoration, please subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment, and at this point I'd like to say a great big thank you to almost 700 of you who have subscribed at this stage. And I just hope that you enjoyed the videos and you look forward to more. As you can see on the top, there's this instruction book for Trix Twin Railway. So, give you a little background on this particular set. My friend Ian, who runs Max Model Railroading in Kirriemuir, he keeps getting collections from people who have given up, downsizing, changing scales, whatever. And a couple of years ago, he got presented with this. And I had to look at it then, about 2 years ago, but I didn't have the time to even take it on. But now that I've retired, hopefully, and things are looking a bit quieter, I thought this would be a good time to have a look and see what's inside. So I've no idea what is actually in this box, apart from what I can see in the top. So we're going to open this together and explore what's in here. I'm going to start by, first of all, I've removed all of the boxes from the big wooden crate, and in no particular order. There is a big red one. I'll try and get the labels up, which tells me that it's a 440 engine and tender. This one, the label is off, so I'll explore that later on. This one is a well-troll wagon with cable drum. This one here, a bit heavier, says that it's a set of points, remote operated points, 1 pair. Then these little red boxes, I think, are basically wagons and so on. There's a tank wagon and a goods brake with light. And one with tarpaulin, Happy Christmas, that was there a couple of years ago. And this is a tank wagon from Shell. Oh, here's another tank local for passenger, BR tank local. And finally, some buffer stop on rail, 2 pieces, it says. The next thing I've done is I've extracted the track pieces from the box, and they're basically 2 types. There is what I would call a standard straight. It's got a part number 420-1, and there are about 30-40 of these. Many of them have connections for the 3 rails. Sorry, this is a 3-rail system, So you get power going to all 3 rails fed in through here, and there's about 10 of these. Second type of track is a curve. Again, it seems to be the same type of curve all the way through, and it has a number 410/1, and they have connectors at each end to link to the next piece. I was surprised because it means there's only one radius of curved track, so I'm not sure how they could get double track. What I do know is that the 3 rails are activated in such a way that a locomotive facing in this way can be controlled by one controller, and the locomotive facing this way can be controlled by a second controller, which actually means you can have 2 locomotives on the same track going in opposite directions, worked by 2 separate controllers. That leads us neatly on to the controllers themselves, and with the box has come these 2 power supply units, and they have got an output, an AC, let's see what it says, it's a 6 to 14 volts output, rated at about 1.5 amps, and as you can see you get 2 of them. Let's have a look and see what else we can tell you about these. It's got a control variable there and 2 switches, one of them black and one of them red, and I noticed that as I move them, underneath it says off. Here I will turn it up to camera, let you look what I'm talking about. Oops, there we go. This side here, off up here, centre not doing much. Down under there it says V-C, and on this one off, middle, A-C. Don't know what that means yet, because these are not your ordinary DC output power supplies. Along the bottom we've got something that might help. These are different connections, A to C 14 volts and 0 to C 6 to 14. So that would be the constant voltage output, and this will be the variable voltage output. If I turn it round, I've got the 3 connectors, which are known as A, V and C, and they will tie up with what I've just been talking about. Now we've come to the bit that I've been looking forward to, and that is opening up the box for the locomotives. I can promise you I haven't seen inside this box at all. 2 units with corrugated paper, and I open the larger one, and there is in fact the 440 locomotive, number 41135, and it looks in reasonable condition. Now I'm led to understand that actually these are working, so I don't think I'll have any repair to do. And you can see that there's a centre shoe arrangement, which probably was adopted by Hornby Dublin 3 rail, which came after this. Mechanism moves. Okay, doesn't feel too bad. Obviously there's a bit of lubrication, I would think. And it looks in reasonable condition. Don't see any brakes. It's got the nice silver buffers at the front, coupler. and at the back there's a pin to connect to the tender. So I think this tender will be in this packet here. And there it is. And the tender has also got a shoe on one side, so that will probably help with pickups from one of the rails. There's a connection to the locomotive, and here is a rear buffer coupler with silver buffers, and again it looks in fairly good condition. Now I've been doing a wee bit of research on this particular system, the Trix Twin, and they were made between the world wars, 1937 up to probably just after the 45 war. So could I get my mathematics wrong, but I think it's somewhere between 65 to 75 years old. Okay. So if I put these two together, that would go like that. Quite a nice, neat looking bit of kit. Very nice and clean and tidy. So that's the 440. Let's put that to one side. And this, I think, is the smaller one. Again, wrapped in corrugated paper. I haven't had this out. I don't know what it looks like. And I'm only going with what it says in the box. And there it is. It's an 040 tank. And this one here has two sets of shoes. But if I just get a piece of track out, you can see how the shoes line up with the center rail and one of the outside rails. So that would power the locomotive in one direction, and if it was going in the opposite direction, I would use the other outside rail. Oh, right. This is going to be interesting. This box here is marked points. Remote operated one pair. Oh. Manual throw. Now is that connections to allow remote throw? I think it is. I'll have to read the instructions a bit further, but it looks as if these could be manually operated or electrically operated. One is a right hand point and one is a left hand point. And if I look underneath, oh, this one had the base plate removed, which is sitting in here, but I don't see the screws to hold it. And sure enough, you can see there is a solenoid. The solenoid would take over from the manual lever if I can get this up and running. What else? There was something I thought, yes, here we go. Another piece of track. This time it is called a buffer stop. And it says there are two pieces in here. So when I open it up, oh, I do have one buffer stop on rail. But inside there is another piece. Oh, this looks like a decoupler, uncoupler, manual mechanism, and 2 short pieces of track for making sure your track geometry lines up. I've clicked together a couple of sections of straight track so that I can probably hopefully better display the wagons. I've got 4 wagons looked out, so let's see what we've got. First of all, it tells us it's a shell tanker. Sure enough, there it is. Bit of corrosion there. Yeah, a bit of condensation and dampness, but complete. Lubricate the wheels, that'll be fine. But the run's not too bad. Coupled with this is an Esso tanker. With the filler cap, side ladder, couplers as well. That runs okay. Coupling, oh there we go. Right, so what else have we got? It says it's a tarpaulin wagon, and interestingly the tarpaulin is made of cloth, not a plastic cover, so it's quite flexible. So I don't know what's in there. Held on with a thread. It'd be interesting to take it off and see. Probably just a bit of stuffing. Again, reasonable condition. So how does that go? And there. Couples up. And finally, what have I got here? Oh, it's a brake van. And you can see the corrosion. It's happening on there. Just had to be cleaned up. Oh, and notice the shoes. So this is the one, let's see what it says, with a light. So where's the light? Oh, there's the light. So as long as you make sure this part is at the rear. So that would fit on there. Hook up. And this side you can't see. The light would be there. And there's a little bit of instructions in the back. So I've got 2 further boxes to open. This first one, the label's been torn off, but if I open it up, it is my Welltron. I saw that somewhere. Maybe it's fallen off. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Really love the condition. Wheel set has dropped out, so let's just see, that should just clip in there, in there. Yep, the whole thing will need a bit of lubrication, the wheels will need cleaning. Yeah, that's rough, feels rough, so you can get that lubricated and cleaned up. I'll put it back in carefully if I can. Right, okay. And final one is the cable drum. There it is there. Let's take it out. Held on with little pieces of cord. Just wrap that around the axle. There we go. And this cable support has come adrift, so we can glue that on at some time. Put this on. And again, I'm just needing Good bit of lubrication, but really nice condition for their age. So as you can see, I've got 2 locomotives, 2 long well-trawled wagons with loads, 2 oil tankers, a tarpaulin wagon and a brake van. So I think at this point I'm going to take a break and try and decide what I'm going to do next. There's not a lot of repair, just a couple of little niggly things. For example, one of the shoes, the tender has come off. A couple of the couplers are slightly bent. Obviously there's a corrosion on the brake van, has to be attended to. And some of the track pieces don't click together very well. And I've also got to work out how to set up a little display to have these locomotives running. So that'll be for part 2. I'll try and get that out very early in the new year. So until then, YouTubers, thank you very much from Sort 6233 for watching. I hope you like it. Hope it whets your appetite for what's coming up next. And if you do like that, please subscribe. Please give me a comment if you have any experience with Trix Twin. Please let me know. I've actually taken the step of subscribing to the magazine, so hopefully that will provide a lot of good information. So until the next time, take care everybody. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest, and don't forget, it's bye for now.